rantandravinfection.blip.tv. So, Dead Space is considered one of the best games of 2008, and after beating it in about a week, let's discuss if the hype was valid. Visually, Dead Space is dark, morbid, and seething with sci-fi horror imagery the likes of Alien fans have been familiar with. From blood-stained laboratory rooms to the outer hulls of a decaying space mining ship, Sigourney Weaver's Ripley character would feel right at home. Various characters, from regular humans to freakish parasitic scourges to hulking four-legged beasts and even gigantic plant-like bosses, make this survival thriller an in-your-face encounter with a third kind. Enemies can appear from the shadowy corners of any room, yet over time you do learn to expect the unexpected. What I mean is, once it gets too quiet and start to feel a little too safe, that's a good sign that you're about to be attacked by a monster from space. You get it. The protagonist, Isaac, is actually human but rocks a bucket-like helmet and ridge-covered armor suit throughout the game. He doesn't speak much, so he's pretty much a robot, which isn't very interesting as far as main characters go. The environment is mostly inside narrow corridors and hallways, but once in a while you'll see the actual starlit outer space, complete with a meteor shower, or you can zoom around wide cargo rooms in zero gravity. There's very few cinematics, and the story unfolds mostly through webcam/audio tapes a la BioShock. As a matter of fact, there's obvious elements of BioShock in Dead Space, including the telekinesis lift, the aforementioned tape recordings, and behind-the-glass real-time scenes. Dead Space also rips off majorly from Resident Evil 4, Capcom's 2004 mega hit. From the over-the-shoulder perspective and targeting system to the upgradable weapons and armor, and even the basic layout of a save storage room, Electronic Arts owe a lot of this game to Capcom. Since we are talking about a Resident Evil 4 ripoff here, the gameplay will feel very familiar to survival horror veterans, with its usually claustrophobic hallways and slow-paced run, pause, shoot aiming system. What Dead Space lacks in originality, it manages to incorporate qualities of other games and franchises into a single-player thrill fest. The music and audio play a huge role in maintaining the game's creepy atmosphere and keeps you alert for any sudden alarms or booming noises that indicate enemies. Dead Space's tagline reads, "There's no help coming," and with such skin-crawling ambience and music, you definitely feel that way. I can't stress enough how effective and well-presented the atmosphere is in this game, and may well be its greatest quality. However, one note of annoyance is the indistinguishable whispering that occur in certain areas of the ship. I understand it's meant to be creepy and disturbing, but it's just irritating and repetitive. That whispering woman's voice is just fucking stupid. A minor annoyance, but the rest of the audio is great. So what's the deal with the replay value? Would I play Dead Space again after beating it? There's a few downloadable content, but there's not a lot of extras. You can play through again with your current upgrades that you earned in the previous game before completing it, and some extra credits and nodes, but that's about it. Although I think strangely, you kind of want to play the game at least one more time just to kind of feel what it's like to play through with stronger armor and your current upgrades. And so you kind of feel like you're owning the game this time instead of fighting for your life always like in the survival horror game. There's no multiplayer action, and the game feels like a chore after a while. You're running around exploring this alien-infested ship, blasting enemies' limbs off, running around some more, blast enemies, upgrade once in a while, save the game, backtrack, kill more enemies. You get it. There's some puzzle solving here and there, but not as frequent as BioShock or even God of War. There's a couple of mini-game reliefs, such as the shooting range and the zero-gravity ball-scoring room, but they're very small distractions at best. Dead Space is a good game, but I would have never bought this at full price. Today, in 2010, at a bargain $20 price, Dead Space is worth buying, which is proof that waiting a couple of years before getting a game is a wise idea.